would you be open to a pause in tariffs to allow for negotiations?
Well, we're not looking at that. We have many countries that are coming to negotiate deals with us, and they're going to be fair deals, and in certain cases they're going to be paying substantial tariffs.
Global stocks plunged again on Monday morning. Japan's Nikkei index led the tumble, falling close to 9% from the open before recovering some ground.
We must continue to strongly ask US President Donald Trump to lower tariffs against Japan, but the results won't come overnight. We must explain to them clearly that our country has done nothing unfair to the United States.
Lenders have been hard hit by mounting fears of a global recession sparked by Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs.
I can assure people that in a world of volatility and uncertainty, Australia is better placed and better prepared than our peers.
On Sunday, the US president indicated he wouldn't change course in response to huge market losses.
A range of tariffs is hitting a significant portion of EU exports. In fact, 380 billion euros worth of EU exports to the US. We are not in a business to going, let's say, cent for cent or tit for tat or dollar for dollar.
We will keep calm and fight for the best deal with the US, and we've been discussing that intensely over the last few days.
Acting clearly, decisively and prudently means realising that we are in a strong position. America is in a position of weakness.
Now, I'm realistic about the impacts of these escalating trade tensions on the global economy, but I'm quite optimistic about Australia's capacity to make the best of a bad situation, and that's because of the progress that we've made to here. It's about the plan that we have from here, and it also, I think, sharpens the choice in the election.
On Monday morning, futures pointed to another bad week ahead for Wall Street. US stocks have already shed close to $6 trillion in value. The EU is widely expected to announce its response, likely to feature tariffs on US goods ranging from diamonds to dental floss. China has already set its own steep retaliatory tariffs. The turmoil has investors expecting more US rate cuts, with some betting on a move next month.
With China, as you know, against my statement, they put a 34% tariff on above what their ridiculous tariffs were already. And I said if that tariff isn't removed by tomorrow at 12 o'clock, we're putting a 50% tariff on above the tariffs that we put on. They are coming to the table. They want to talk, but there's no talk unless they pay us a lot of money on a yearly basis.
The first of those is the concern that, the global macroeconomic settings are going to worsen. We're going to be in a world of lower global growth, and we're going to be in a world of higher inflation for some economies. And I think the other reason why we're seeing such a strong market reaction is in part the policy uncertainty concern, because no one's crystal clear on where this is actually going to land in terms of the global trading arrangements.
We announced in response to the tariff decision taken by President Trump a series of additional steps that we would take to help our businesses find new markets, to strengthen our anti-dumping regime, to encourage Australians to buy Australian, to open up an economic resilience stream in National Reconstruction Fund. These are the additional steps that we announced last week. But overall, our strategy for 3 years now has been to make our economy more resilient. That's more important now than ever.